welcome back to Beanie's Hobbies, and in this video we are taking a look at an absolute mammoth of a 3D printer. And the said 3D printer is this beast here. Now this is the Creality CR6-Max, and I absolutely love this printer. Now I had the CR10-Max, that thing was okay. It was a bit finicky. Build surface was absolutely terrible though, it was appalling. But this thing, oh, so much better. We have auto bed leveling in the way of the sensor, and it is just absolutely fan-doozy-tastic. So if you guys are looking for a massive printer, I would highly recommend this one. Now, don't look over there, keep off your eyes off that. So, as usual Beanie's Hobby style, we'll take a look at the test prints first, and then we will go around the printer itself. Now, as this is obviously a big printer, I thought we'd better print some largish items just to actually show off what this machine can do. So, first of all, this isn't a large item. We printed some chainmail. How cool is this? Obviously printed in PLA, no supports, no adhesion, build plate adhesion, no nothing. This was just printed directly straight onto the build plate, and it's so cool. Look at it. Wow. So then me being me thought, yeah, that's quite cool, but it's quite small. So, yeah, we scaled it up. Oosh. So we had a lot bigger chainmail. Yet again, no supports, no brim, no skirt, no nothing. Straight onto the bed. Actually came out. And look at this thing, it's huge. Incredibly well. I'll print a few more of these and make myself a pair of pants or something. But it is actually kind of fun and cool to play with. So yeah guys, go print yourself some chainmail. It's fun. And up next, we went for a Volkswagen Beetle type thing. Now, this wasn't printed all in one go. This was actually all printed in parts. Literally printed it and glued it together. That is all I have done. I haven't done any finishing, painting or nothing. So this is kind of, you know, off the printer for you guys to see. And it came out incredibly well, I would say. And I have quite high standards when it comes to 3D print. I've seen some people's work and I'm thinking, that's appalling. But to me, this is spectacular. I know you guys might think of different. Leave a comment down below saying, yeah, that's pants. I don't mind, you won't offend me. I like to know what you guys are thinking. If you think, yeah, that's a good print, tell me it's a good print. If you think that's pants, you need to tell me it's pants. Anyway, that wasn't very big, so I thought, let's go bigger. So we went a bit bigger still. Now this is obviously another sort of Volkswagen Beetle off-road type jobby. Yet again, wasn't all printed on one go. This was also printed in parts. But you know, wheels and tyres are actually big. See, we have the engine. You see how I didn't actually quite get the slicing set correctly because you can see the infill through the wall. So I needed to adjust that, but I think that came out exceptionally well. Come on guys, you can't say that that is a rubbish print. Obviously, yet again, needs finishing. Paint wise, yeah, gonna have to do something with these obviously, but might leave the top half as it is. I kind of like that colour, it's kind of a bit funky. So yeah, like I say, leave a comment down below guys, tell me what you think of that. Now for the printer itself. I have experienced a few issues with this printer, I ain't gonna lie. First one being this touchscreen on mine completely packed up. So I thought I'd try an update on it. The update completely froze the screen, could do absolutely nothing with it at all. Contacted the company who I got it from, which is Technology Outlet over here in the UK. That is my go-to company for 3D printers, parts, or anything like that. I always go to those guys. And they kindly replaced the screen for me. And ever since, that has been absolutely fine. Now, the other issue I've experienced is this belt has popped off twice. It's come off the back of the bed. And obviously to fix that is an absolute mission, because you obviously have to take, well, the build surface isn't a mission, take this off and then you have to unbolt every single one of these to then take the heated bed off to then get to it. So that's happened to me twice, not quite sure why. But like I say, it's not an easy fix, but I've put it back together, and ever since that hasn't done it again. Now, the only other problem I've had is this build plate. Okay, so you guys might notice here, your Creality is upside down. Yes, it's because I'm printing directly onto the glass. I don't know what they've done, but this coating that they've used on these is absolutely terrible. Nothing, no prints will stick to it at all. It'll just constantly just keep falling off and peeling off, warping. It's just an absolute nightmare. So I don't know what they've done to this, but it will not stick. So basically all I've done is I've turned the build plate over and I am printing directly onto the glass itself. Obviously, now if you guys are doing that, you're going to need to use some painter's tape. You want some glue stick, or you could try, says, which I highly recommend, 3D lac. Now this stuff sticks like poop to a blanket. Literally nothing will come unstuck if you spray a bit of this on it. 3D lac, like I say, this comes from Technology Outlet, and this stuff is absolutely amazing. Like I say, you'll get no warping, anything coming off your bed at all whatsoever. Give it a little spray of this, what I say is glorified hairspray. It smells like hairspray, but it works wonders. Yeah, so give us a try, guys. If you do have problems with things coming unstuck off the bed, 3D lac, winner winner chicken dinner. Now obviously we do have our full colour touchscreen with obviously all the settings we could possibly need. Obviously this is for printing, and then we have all of our settings that we can possibly need. Now we do have auto bed leveling on this machine, like I mentioned earlier on. Obviously doesn't use the BL Touch or anything like that. It's the same as the CR6, the CR10 Smart. Obviously just uses the sensor. So obviously when the nozzle pushes up, it clicks the contacts together, which are in the top of the hot end, which then uses that for leveling. So bed leveling wise, yes, it does take quite a while, as you can see here. By how many, if I get my thing to zoom in, by how many spots, this is one of these is each individual part of the bed. So it'll then go around and level the bed on each single spot. So far I've had absolutely no issues with bed leveling at all on this printer. Works incredibly well. Yes, this will take a while to complete, but once it's done, like I say, no issues at all whatsoever. Let me just turn this off for the moment. Now obviously we do have belt tensioner, and then we also have down here on the bed another two. Just move you guys over a bit. Another two belt tensioners here for tightening the belts for the bed. Now we're going up and across with my super steady camera movements. Guys, I'm getting so good at this now. Now we do have filament detection around the back here. Also we have our extruder. We do have dual Z, which are also, and what I'm showing there for you can't even see, they're also tethered together do like a bit of tethering on my printers, as we all know. Full metal hot end. What more can I say? This is a very, very, very big printer. Build area wise, we are looking at 400 by 400. This thing is so big I can't even get it in the shot. Let's go back a bit. So it's 400 by 400. So you have an absolutely massive build area. Does take up quite a lot of space on the bench. So obviously if this is something you're looking for, please do keep that in mind. Obviously it doesn't take up as much room as a CR10-Max does. Let's have a quick little measure for you guys here. So obviously the build plate's fully in its back position. We're looking at a length of around 80 centimetres by roughly 60 centimetres wide by roughly 70 centimetres tall. So you are going to need a fair lot of space to run this printer, but it is well worth it. Now down here we do have pull out drawer with your tools in. On this side we have full size SD card along with micro USB. Now currently at the moment I have got the Creality cloud box, which is flashing away in the back there, hooked up to this machine with Creality's own camera. Because this is such a big print, I'm not always in the workshop. I like to be able to monitor what's going on with this machine, because like I say, if I'm printing something really big and something goes wrong, I like to be able to see it and stop it before, you know, I've wasted a whole ton of filament. So yeah, that works absolutely flawlessly. So these Creality cameras are actually quite good. And yet again, if you get the Creality app, the cloud box you can get for less than £10. This camera I picked up off Amazon, I think it was roughly £24.99. So obviously you can use a different webcam, but me being me, I like Creality, so I thought I'd get the matching camera. Also we have a 32-bit silent motherboard. This printer is actually quite quiet when it's printing. It's surprisingly quiet for the size of it. I'm just impressed with this printer all the way round. It's phenomenal. Having a build plate this size is actually just so handy, because, you know, I like to, well, over here at Beanie's Hobbies, mainly printing prop replicas. So I like to have printer with a big build plate. Hence the reason at the moment I've got rid of mostly all my smaller form factor printers and I've just stuck with the bigger build plates. I have got a couple of printers on the way. I've got the print mill coming and the Ender 7 coming, so they'll be later on down the line for review. But I actually love the CR10-Max. It's not a CR10-Max, it's a CR6-Max. I don't even know what I'm talking about half the time. But that's why it's so fun over here at Beanie's Hobbies. We just make it up as we go along. Why not? But, you know, you'll always get an honest review. None of these are paid. All these machines I've bought and paid for out of my own pocket. So, now, I will actually give this printer a thumbs up. If you're looking for a printer with a big build plate and you've got a bit of spare change, because like this is not cheap printer, you want to go and spend, then yeah, fill your boots. You will not be disappointed. Like I say, only had a couple of issues with the screen. I think that was just a dodgy screen I literally had with mine. Yes, the belt's come off a couple of times, but I've put it back on. It hasn't come off ever since. And literally, guys, just turn the build plate over onto the glass, 3D lack, spray a bit on hair, and it won't come unstuck or warp or anything like that at all whatsoever. So yeah, if you're looking for a massive printer, you are always going to get a few drawbacks when you have a print bed this size. You know, this is not a small printer by any means, but this is one what am I saying? What am I saying? This is one to, I don't know what I'm saying. Editing Bean will have to edit this bit out. But this is a printer to, you know, invest your money in if you're looking for a printer of this size. That's it anyway for me now, guys, for waffling on, because I don't know what I'm waffling on about anymore. And I will catch you all in the next one. Cheerio!